Hi guys, it's Milou and I'm here with my first process video. I'm making a page in my art journal. I use a Dilutions art journal from Ranger. And like you can see, I start with just showing my page. This is my very first voiceover, so I hope you will bear with me. The video is about 20 minutes, so I have to talk a lot. I'm not sure what I will talk about, so we will see as we go. And I hope, well, you enjoy it. I can always put music on there if you prefer. Here I started painting with the Dilutions paint. And the first color, the orange, is Pure Sunshine. Right now I'm using the blue, and that is Campso Teal. I'm just smooshing it around with a makeup sponge, and you can use whatever you like to put the paint on there. You can use a makeup sponge like I'm doing here, you can use your fingers, you can use a brush, anything you like. What I use, it depends on my mood. Sometimes I will use my fingers, sometimes, yeah. Well, you get the picture. Right now I'm using the color Bubblegum Pink. And as you can see, I just put the color wherever I feel like it. I try to blend it a little bit by going over it, and because it's all wet, it starts to blend really well. Here you see me use my finger, like I said. It was a difficult place to get with my sponge, so that's why. And yeah, like I said before, I just use it, put the color wherever I feel like it. Oh, another paint color I'm using, that's the last one for now. No, that's the last one. It's After Midnight. A beautiful dark blue color. I thought it needed one more color, so that's why I'm using it. In the beginning you saw me, and I already told you I just took my page. It's not necessary because I'm working in a Dilutions art journal, but I like the texture it gives and the workspace. What I also do is putting some tape in the middle. Right now I didn't do it because I'm working with acrylic paint, but I also work with how do you say, ink sprays. And if you don't put any tape in the middle, ink spray will get through, and then you have it on all the pages, and that's not what you want. Well, it's not what I want, actually. It's a messy, well, it can get messy, and it's okay to be messy. That's why I started it, actually, my art journal, just to let go of the perfectionism a little bit. But if you don't cover it up, the middle, it's too messy for me. Even if I do, I end up with inks all over the place. So, like you can see me, I also use baking powder. No, wait, baking paper. Baking paper between my pages, because otherwise, yes, it's the same as the middle, it will get everywhere. And now I have it a little bit clean. Here I show you my stencils. Like you can see, I finished the first layer of my background and I wanted to stencil something. I don't have a big, how do you say, a lot of stencils right now, but my stash is growing and growing, so I expect a lot more later on. I use the sponge to put the paint through the stencil, and I just look, yeah, whatever I like, it goes there and it goes there. The beautiful thing of art journaling, yeah, well, I think it is at least, is that you can do whatever you want. You go with the flow. You feel what you want to do, and well, if you don't like it, you can always cover it up. But I love the yeah, just doing something, and you can see you don't even have to like it, and eventually it will turn out, yeah, really good actually, most of the times. Here you see me cleaning my stencil. If you don't clean acrylic immediately, I find it a bit hard to get off, so I prefer doing it with a baby wipe. Right now I am finished with my first um, layer of paint and the stenciling, of course, and I put some gesso over the top. As you can see here, I use my brayer. It's the first time I'm using it. Wow, yay. I'm very happy with it. Because I put the gesso on it and then go over it with my brayer, you push the color a little bit to the back. Like you can see, it gets a little bit, yeah. It's not that bright anymore. And if you put another layer over it, it gets, yeah, it looks more beautiful. Here I'm just using an old store card, like where you can, how do you say? Oh my god, my words are letting me down. You can save points for discount and stuff. But I didn't use it anymore, so I just used it to scrape, or no, to yeah, sorry for my head over there, by the way. To put paint on it, and as you can see, it gives a really nice texture. Texture, no, not really, but a different look. Here I decided I wanted to paint something over it again with stencils. And I just decide to do it in a couple of places and wherever it looks good. Sometimes I do it in 3 times, sometimes 4. I'm just looking the way when I go. I like hanging it out of the page. Is that a word? No, I guess not. But as you can see, it goes off the page. It's not entirely a circle. Yeah, well, what can I tell you more? I don't know. I find it very... Oh, hi! Here's my cat. He comes and say hi to all of you guys. As you can see, I'm cleaning my stencil again. I'm really looking for words this evening. I guess I have to do it over. I'm not sure yet. We'll see at the end. Yeah, well, what can I tell you? Like I said, it's my very first voiceover, so I'm looking for stuff and I'm not sure what to tell you yeah. Oh, here I'm a bit out of frame, but sorry for that. Before you saw me putting some paint on an acrylic block, just a stamp block, acrylic block, and above of me I have a bottle of water, and I will I am mixing the paint so it gets a little bit thinner, and then I can splatter around. In between, you don't see that because I cut it out, but in between, of course, I let my paint dry. Well, I'm the impatient one. I use my heat gun, like a lot of others. It's so much easier. And I put another layer of gesso over it. Here I decide to do something, and actually I'm not really happy with the result. I wish I had stopped here and then just stopped with the background actually and made the top, but I decided to do another layer and try something new. I don't really like it on this page, but And as you can see, when we get further, I will try and cover it up a little bit. But I thought, yeah, well, I will let I will keep it in my video and I will show you. And like I said before, you can always cover it up. So if you don't like it, it's okay. Put another layer of gesso, put a layer of white paint to cover it up. And yeah, well, in this case, I like the, how do you say? Oh my god, the way I am doing it. How do you say? The technique. I like the technique, but I don't like the results. And here I'm putting another layer of orange paint with my card. And it's just, no, it's just a little bit too much. The first time was better. Yeah, that's all I can say. Here you can see me dry it a little bit. I think I forgot to cut that out. And I'm making my paint a little bit thinner so I can splash around with it, as I did before. Yeah. Well, now I will make the blue a little bit thinner. Like I said, art journaling is about letting go and about doing what comes up in your head. And there's the acrylic block, by the way. And now I'm doing a little bit of pink to make splatters too. But where was I? Art journaling is, yeah, about letting go and just go with the flow. And like you can see, I did it over here in this video. I just went with it, and sometimes it works out and sometimes it doesn't. Eventually, I like the result. But I just wish I had stopped earlier. But that's okay. That's the beauty, in my eyes, it's the beauty of art journaling, of mixed media. Here, by the way, you see me put a little bit of gesso over it, but I found it a little bit too white. I had a big layer or something, I don't know. But as you saw, I got a baby wipe and I wiped a little bit off, and now you have those, and I really like that. But yeah, well, it's my work. I really like that, but I have some more white on the edges, and in the middle it's more orange. Here I decided to doodle something. As you can see, my background is done. I'm not a very good doodling. In doodling. I'm not very good in doodling. But yeah, I tried something. Sorry for my head, but I cannot draw with my head not above the page. So, and if I got it out, you couldn't see what I was doing. I make some flowers, and here you see. Oh, I was using a white paint marker, and right now I'm using a black Sharpie, a thicker one actually. I have the fine 0.1 also, but that's too, you don't see it if you use it in your art journal. So this is a little bit of a thicker point. I decided to make some dots around inside the flower to make it more, yeah, alive. It's a little bit empty if you only have, it's not alive, but yeah, it's boring if it's only the white one. So yeah. Well, sometimes I'm not sure. How do you do that? Sometimes I'm struggling with what I want to do on top of my background. Here you see me doodle some flowers. Yeah, well, sometimes I draw something, sometimes I write something, sometimes I use a quote, I use washi, I use, yeah. But I'm not all the time really sure about what to do. I like playing with the background. I also like putting something on there, but I find it a bit harder. the harder process, if you know what I mean. And I don't. That's actually it. I don't want to. How do you say? Keep doing the same thing. So that's why I doodle flowers over here, and I decided to do a white border, and later on you can see I put, this is a faux stitching, but later on I will put black dots in between of the white stripes. I also just made 2 flowers, I think, and yeah. It's too empty, the page, for my, yeah. So that's why, like you can see here, I draw another flower. Well, my flowers are not perfect, like you can see, very far from perfect. But that's okay. It's an art journal. It's more about the feeling than about the result. And I just like playing in it. Here you you know, one yeah, I was like, oh, oops. You don't see it yet, but well, actually right now it's also on the I turned my art journal around for the how do you say, for the border. And I later on I will use some tiny word stickers, and I forget to look how my art journal is lying, and I found it's upside down. Oh, so, and that's something I cannot let go of. But now I have one page in my art journal which is upside down. Oh no. Okay, I know I talked about letting go, and actually, I did for a little bit. I left it the way it is, actually. I didn't try to fix it. But actually, because I was afraid that I would ruin it, because I put more uh, um, glue on it. Because it's on... okay, it's the end of the video. I cannot talk anymore. Those are stickers, but I put it on a painty surface, and that I'm just afraid that it will let go. So I put more paint on it. No paint, glue on it. So they were really stuck, and if I tried to remove them, I was afraid I would ruin my page. So I left it this way, and as you can see, the pocket is on my right side, but it should be on the left. When you open it, you first have a pocket in your Dilution art journal. And right now, no. So when you go through my art journal, and I'm not sure if I will do a flip through when I'm finished with it. I'm not finished at all. By a long time, I'm not finished, but eventually I will be, and I'm not sure if I will do a flip through, but if I do, and if I'm looking through my art journal, I see I have to turn the page to read the text, and yeah, it's a pity, but yeah, what can you do? That's about going with the flow. Do not overthink it, and things happen. Yeah, so okay. Here I decided it needed something more, and I am putting the dots in between the lines, like I said before. I have the feeling, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I have the feeling I repeat myself a little bit too much in this voiceover. But it's about 20 minutes, and I cannot talk about I cannot talk 20 minutes about my page. How can I do that? But because I'm new and I don't have any questions yet, because I didn't actually start my channel, I wanted to finish this first before I put my introduction up. But Well, okay, I don't remember. What was I going to say? Oh, because I don't have any questions yet. What should I talk about? Hopefully, later on, it will be better. Well, thank you for watching. Right now it's the end. Here you have some pictures, and if you like this video and you want to see more, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I have an Instagram account too. I leave the link below. Thank you for watching. Bye!